Hi everyone, happy Saturday. I apologize. I said I was going to be on here at 3 p.m. and I am late, but I was chatting with a friend who I just wanted to give some information to, and it was kind of like, it was just what I needed to do. So I'm here now. Apologies if you have been waiting, but we are going to just go ahead and get started. You can kind of see I have pre-created and it's all over my desk. So I'm just going to walk you through what we're going to do here. And yeah, get right to it. Okay, so first things first. Stampin' Up! Has amazing designer series paper. You know that. Look at how fun these, I'm going to do something fun with these little strips. I miscalculated how thick I wanted a piece, so I have these extra strips. Anyway, they have amazing paper. So this paper, Friends of the Ocean. It is beautiful. It is part of a suite. There is this DSP, there are these dots, and there is a stamp set, a dies, and an embossing folder. I can't have everything, so just like you, I have to, make my stamping dollars go as far as I can. So sometimes I just buy pieces and hope that I can kind of recreate similar effects. So I bought the embellishments, which I love. So we've got, I think this is Melon Mambo Coral, Calypso Coral, and Coastal Cabana, I want to say. Calypso Coral, Melon Mambo, ooh, Summer Splash maybe. That's what color is in the paper. Regardless, they're fun. And then this paper, which is amazing. So I'll just sort of show you. You know what, I've already got some out. So I'll show you the pieces I have out, because I basically took out one of every piece to work with. So there's this guy, and then the back side. So the front is like something super fun with the sea theme. And then the back of most of them is just the solid color of either the Calypso Coral or Pumpkin Pie, I think. This Melon Mambo. Look at this fun guy. These are the ones I have used. What's on the back of both of these? So yeah, the oranges, the pinks, and then there's this guy with all the lobsters and the crabs. Are those even lobsters? I think so, yes. Okay, so that is the paper. Did I say pumpkin pie? Calypso Coral, pumpkin pie, yeah. Okay, so you can kind of see what I got going on here. And you can see that I have, I've got all these bits out for fussy cutting. So I don't mind fussy cutting. If it's not your gig, I get that, but I find it calming, and I like to do it. Sorry, I'm just making sure you guys can see what's got going on. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. So this is going to be a card I'm going to make later with this Hip Hip Hooray. These are some guys. See, I cut out all these shapes with all the different colorings so that I can fussy cut them all. And then what I have chosen to do, because I don't have this stamp set, I thought, you know what? This is a perfect time to use some of these ephemera packs. So this is the Saying Something ephemera pack. And then this one here is the Greetings for All Mix and Match. So the Greetings for All is in black and white. And I've used that in a class that I just did. But today I'm going to show you, I picked things out of this one, the Say Something. So the fun thing about the Say Something is they're all different colors. So you get 2 sheets of each. So you can see the sheet is intact. I haven't done anything. And then here's one I've taken from. And then you've got these bigger words, which is where this Hip Hooray came from. And then we've got this sheet here as well with other ones and all these fun colors. Oh, and there's one more. And then this one with other big words and fun colors. Okay. So I was like, well, this is perfect. These colors kind of go with the paper. I am going to feature those. So I've got some out. I've got I was just picking ones out yesterday that I thought would work well. So you can see I kind of like this Happy Day with this DSP, or else this Party Time. This other one, Thanks Friend, I thought would be cute with some of these lobsters. And then I thought this Hip Hip Hooray would be cute if I fussy cut out all these guys. Now, the card that we are doing, I've basically got it all set out. We're just going to put it together, but it was inspired by my good friend Leah Dixon, who is Stampin' with Leah. So she showed a card with this layout, and I was like, perfect, I'm going to use it. Now, I'm also going to show you some things that are made with the full bundle. So I did a swap with some of my teammates, when this catalog went live. So these cards were made by Kim Arlene. So they are showcasing the entire bundle. So there's this beautiful embossing folder. You can see the beautiful die cuts. It's got a stamp set. And then of course it's got dies to cut out the paper, or it has those as stamps as well. So you can see here she's stamped and heat embossed. So you can see how beautiful her cards are. And so I was lucky enough, I made a batch of cards with a different suite and we traded. So these are cards made with the entire suite. So you can see how beautiful they are if you want to purchase all of the items in the suite. Because I did not do that, I am just going to show you what I've done with the pieces I have. But I wanted to show you, so here's the card we're going to put together today, this little cutie. And then I loved this saying, consider yourself hugged. And I thought that was so cute with the two little critters, okay? Now, I fussy cut these critters. And it was helpful for me because I actually had these ones that had been die cut, so I could see how close I got. But if I take this guy off, so we're gonna take this off and see how we want that at the bottom. So you can see just with my scissors how close I could get to the die. And it's great because the die doesn't go into these little spaces, so I didn't need to either. So you can do almost exactly as good a job with a little patience if you can't afford to get all the pieces, but you love the paper and you want to cut some of the bits out. And the same is true with the crab. Now the crab goes in a little bit more into the legs, but I actually found that part was easy to do. So similar situation. Okay, so that's what I did. I fussy cut those guys. And then in Leah's card, she had these 3 strips of DSP and she had an embossed layer and then her cardstock. So the closest thing that I have to this beautiful embossing folder that is part of the suite, which is gorgeous, I thought this So Swirly is pretty close. So I used that. And then the other thing I have used is the Spotlight on Nature dies. Now, these go with a stamp set. So it was a bundle, Spotlight on Nature bundle. I did not purchase the stamp set. I only purchased the dies, but I do not regret that at all. I'm using them endlessly. So that is what I've got going on here. Okay, so because fussy cutting can be time consuming, that's why I kind of prepped everything in advance, and we're just basically going to put this card together. But I just wanted to show you all the potential, and then maybe we'll do that second card as well. So I loved this starfish paper. I thought it was super cute. And so I chose to draw out this lemon lime twist. It's not really a color that I feel like I work with very much, but I love it. So I thought this was a perfect opportunity to just bring in another color because there's so much sort of pink and orange tones in this DSP. Okay, so what I have done, I've got my lemon lime twist cardstock. This is our standard 5.5, cut to 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, folded in half. So that is our card base. This is our 4 by 5 1/4 layer that I have embossed. So before I actually put that down to the card front, I am going to put these pieces on. So these are all 1/2 inch strips. So they're 1/2 inch by 5 1/4 so that they will fit on our piece of paper. So what I am going to do is adhere those first, so that if they hang off the end at all, I can trim them. So I am going to use my liquid adhesive here, the white one. And the reason I'm going to do this is it gives me a little bit of leeway to move the strip around if I don't get it on perfectly straight. So I like to use it anytime I have to kind of maneuver. So I'm going to bring this on, and we are going to start close to the left-hand side. So I'm going to line it up on one end because that way I can trim if I had it too long. And so that can just happen, you know, sometimes I'm cutting with 2 different cutters. I have like a big paper cutter, and then I have like my, the Stampin' Up one, you know, with the blade that runs back and forth, the trimmer. And then I have like a guillotine one. So I use my guillotine one for like most of my cardstock and big things like that. And then I'll use the trimmer as need be. So sometimes that will just end up with things not being exact. So we're just gonna line those up, put those down, and then this guy, and then we will add that layer, and then we'll do the rest. And this is gonna be super quick because I've already done these bits. But I think it's, you know, hopefully it doesn't take away from the card making experience. But you don't really want to sit here and watch me fussy cut. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you also find it therapeutic. Okay, so there's those bits. And I'm going to trim this piece off. And then we are going to adhere this to our card front. I don't always put that bit down the middle, but when it's embossed, I often will, just to make sure it's going to stick. So bring this over, center, top to bottom, left to right. So I always place it on, and then you've got that bit of wiggle room because I've used the white, the liquid glue. Okay, then we're gonna apply some pressure, and that is going to stick down. All right, then what I've got here is these two little guys that I fussy cut. This circle is the second largest in the size. So that's gonna go there. And then I liked these guys kind of up here because I felt like this needed to go down below. This sort of consider yourself hugged. So we're going to put this guy on dimensionals. These guys are gonna be flat. This is gonna be on dimensionals. And then we are going to add some embellishments. So I'm just gonna lay those down. I'm gonna put adhesive. Okay, first I'm gonna put dimensionals on the back of here. And what I have a ton of is edges. So hopefully you use all your edges as well. These are edges from Mini. So Mini has to go with Mini. They don't seem to be quite the same thickness as full-size dimensionals. So if you're going to use them, don't mix and match, because then you might find that they're not laying at the same level. Okay, so we're going to put this on about like so. And then we're gonna bring back out our silicone mat. And now I'm going to put some adhesive on these guys. Make sure you get some on the antenna. Okay. This lobster is going to go down first. And then the crab is going to kind of be up here. Oops. I'll turn him a little bit more. And then that guy's gonna go right across there. Okay, I put a little glue on the back of that, so I'm gonna wipe that off. And then we're gonna go ahead and, let's see, I've got a piece of edges right here. But it's actually got a couple of, I'm just actually gonna use, so let's see. This whole thing is basically gonna have dimensionals. So I'm going to put 3 across here. Now, for those of you who end up watching this on Facebook, videos are now only kept on here for 30 days, and then Facebook is deleting them. So I always download my videos after I've done them on Facebook, and I upload them to both my YouTube and my blog. So if you are someone who follows this page, please also make sure you check out my blog or my YouTube. Once I have those links, I will put them underneath this video so that you can then bookmark them for future. Okay, so there we go. Super cute. Didn't take us any time at all, aside from the fussy cutting would have. Now, I'm not actually sure we're going to use these embellishments, only because, well, we'll see. We'll see how I feel they look on the lemon lime twist. I don't think we have lemon lime twist anywhere, though. Let me see. I mean, I have them here. These are no longer available, though. These adhesive-backed shiny sequins. These would also probably look cute. These are the iridescent faceted gems. Yeah, otherwise we don't have lemon lime twist in anything. So let's take a look. Let's see and decide what we're gonna use. We might use something that is actually, you know, not part of this, but, oh, that one's weird. Got turned upside down. So let's see, we could stick these blue guys on. They kind of blend in. Let's see, the orange ones sort of stand out, which isn't terrible. Yeah, you know what? Those look okay. So if we do two little guys up there, let's see what we want. I am terrible when it comes to embellishments. Kind of like that, actually. So we might go with 5, right? Power of odds, if you are, you know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, whoops. So 3 of these guys, which are probably the Shy Shamrock or Coastal Cabana, but they kind of work out on the green. And then I did the 1 orange and the 1 pink, and I used all of the small size. Okay, I actually like how that looks. I don't know what you guys think. So then you can see that I've already started another one. So similar idea. This time I was going with, I used this other pattern paper, and then I've used all white. So then I'm thinking I might end up doing a colored circle, and then I am probably going to use, maybe I'll do the opposite now on this guy. I will do like an orange lobster, or maybe this coral lobster. Maybe this coral lobster. And then this pink crab, or I could do both coral, I guess. So one or the other. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. So it's going to look like this. And then I'm probably going to do either party time or happy day. So I'll be sure to post pictures of what that other card looks like. And then I'm just going to show you like how quick. So then these guys I thought were cute, and I wanted to do this hip hip hooray. So if I were fussy cutting this, I'm just going to quickly show you this before we go off. I'm literally just gonna go around the edge of this guy. And then I'm gonna have to figure out how I wanna put all these guys together, but I thought they looked like they were fun, and I wanted to keep with sort of more of the blue and the green, less of the pink and the orange, so I could tie in that green. Hip hip hooray. But if you don't have any of those ephemera packs, they're super popular. It allows you to, you know, you don't have to have all the sentiments or all the colors of ink. So like you can see in this card, we are not doing any stamping. They are continuing to carry them. So the new catalog that will come out in May, a lot of these are back in there. Plus there's new ones. So I'm not going in all of the white space. I'm going in to the space that makes the most sense, the biggest amounts of white space, and then leaving some other bits, because even when we use dies, the dies don't go into all the white space either, right? So you can see how quickly I was able to cut that guy out. So if we put this guy to the side, and if we were to quickly just grab a white card base, because I always have them ready, you can kind of just see when my mom comes to visit, she cuts all my basic white for me, all my thick basic white into card bases, cuts and scores. So then I have a drawer full of card bases. So you can just kind of get a sense of sort of where I'm going to go with this card. So I'm going to die cut one, or fussy cut one more. And then we're going to let you get on with your Saturday. And then maybe I'll try to come back on tomorrow when I figure out what I'm going to do with this card and show you tomorrow what I decided. We can make it together, but I sometimes find now it's better if I do all my brainstorming ahead of time. I'm a slow brainstormer. I don't know about you guys. Sometimes that is the hardest part, right? Is figuring out what to design. That's why sketches are so great with a layout that you just kind of follow. Or if you follow any people who post like mystery stamping, that can be great. Or if you get the print catalogs, and if you're local and you don't and you want one, let me know. Then they've started including a page full of different sketches. Or you just copy a design that you see in the catalog. I mean, it's full of beautiful samples, right? And then, of course, so many samples everywhere. My Instagram is full of saved cards that I think I'm going to make and never do. But, you know, they're there when I decide. Or you look back on your own cards and just recreate designs you've already done. Sometimes we think it has to be so much harder than that, but it doesn't. So I think we can do something super fun with these guys. And that's saying, and all these cute little guys that are pretty quick to fussy cut. And I like to do it. So there you have it. Okay. I said I was going to only do that one. I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to bring the other card back in, and then you can see. So this suite, of course, is available. It's in the current mini, but you know, you can just shop online. But the mini is until the end of April. So if you see things that you like, don't wait too long, because they will start to sell out. Especially if you like the in colors that are going to retire, those are going to already start to sell out. Okay. All right. So I'm going to keep cutting these. This is going to be super cute. I'm excited. I'm going to finish this by putting my other card in the frame, because I like to finish the video by you seeing the finished card. Okay. There it is. So thank you for sharing part of your Saturday with me. And, I will try to get on again tomorrow. Oh, hi, Casey. Okay, bye.